food addicts, you're like, how do I get off sugar? It was the same thing I was asking myself for decades. This is how I got off of sugar. First, I started substituting everything I could with sugar-free. Sugar-free ketchup, sugar-free grape jelly, sugar-free syrup, sugar-free everything. Everything that didn't have processed sugar, I made that switch, and I kind of got used to that. And then I made the jump. Finally, all processed sugar out of my life. Physical cravings lasted for 2 to 3 weeks. After that, it was more the mental thing, and those aren't going to go away immediately, but it's good to have things to fall back on. So how do you do that? Well, I didn't try to lose weight while I was getting off sugar, so I wouldn't try to lose weight. I would give yourself permission to eat anything else, because when you have processed sugar and it's in your life, and if you're addicted to it, it will cause you to overeat, not just processed sugar, but everything else as well. If you're already overeating, I say just continue to do that without the processed sugar. You know, it's almost like a keto or something like that, but it's not, because for most people, keto is never going to be sustainable for their life. At some point, they're going to have something, because that's really eliminating such a large portion of food. I try not to make things harder than it is. But it is kind of like that at first, where you're allowing yourself to eat as much as you want of a certain thing as to get off of the other thing. You know, it's kind of, that's how I did it. And so I wasn't counting calories. I was letting myself have, you know, as much meat as I wanted and these things that I enjoy, and that helped a lot. Once you finally get to that place, and you can even find some sweet substitutions with stevia, look up recipes for, you know, no processed sugar added treats, and there's a whole internet full of them. Try them. And if you find one that you like, it's going to replace that, and it's going to make a world of difference. And then you draw a line in the sand that you do not cross, no matter what nutritionist, doctor, whoever says on TV, influencer, whatever, they tell you, oh, you need to eat this, you need to eat this. No. Line in the sand, just like an alcoholic. You don't have a drink on the weekend. You don't shoot up every once in a while for, you know, a holiday. That's over. But you do find things that satisfy you. You bring your own dessert to Thanksgiving. You bring your own food and drinks and meals to places so that you can still partake. Or, you know, if you have a supporting family, you ask them to accommodate you as well. You tell people that you have a food addiction, that your life is better without processed sugar, and that you can't have it and you avoid it. And ever since you did, your health has improved, your mental health has improved, everything's good. And people will usually accept that. Not all of them, but for most people will. And if they don't, you don't listen to them, move on. That's how I did it. It's a one day at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself. Just today, focus on today, the next right thing, take a step. Don't get in a hurry. You can get there. It's doable. It's doable. I've done it. It's almost 8 years now that I haven't had a Reese's or anything else. Not one time. In the sand. When I say line in the sand, I mean it. Mind made up. It has to be. If you're wavering at all, addiction will get you. Just remember what it is. I hope this helped.